Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we definitely got a hot one for you this morning. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got a shout out.
Yo, what up? If you're listening to Orion, today's your birthday. So this might not be the day of you hearing it. However.com, happy belated birthday. That's all I got. And shout out to everybody who's been listening. Appreciate you.
Hey, this week we talking about that side piece and a biscuit. So strap in. Let the Kings talk about it. All right, good people. Hey, welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And of course, as I am every single week, you already know who it is, man. It is Alan.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Twan, aka Twan. Ask me about my podcast.
About is your friend and mentor Calvin D. Hill. Hey,
all right, there, Calvin D.
I'm gonna second that. Happy birthday to Ryan. He's about 50 years old man. About to have another kid.
Now.
Yeah, he's about to have another kid. Well, he had another kid. So love you. Happy for you, bro.
Yeah, don't do that to him. I was giving him a hard time earlier this week. I was like, all right, one more on the way.
This is a kid every birthday.
Hey man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I know how he celebrates his birthday.
He's stupid. All right, no, today, I picked these two. I had two topics, but all of this came from a conversation with a coworker that got upset with me because I said, "You're not my friend. You my coworker." I don't understand when people have these perceptions that you got to be friends and you got to be all this and that just because you work together. And I'm one of them firm believers that I don't got to like you to work with you. I don't. I really, really feel like I'm here for one reason, and that's the check. Then after 3 o'clock, if my phone number show up on your phone, we might be friends. But if it ain't that, I don't know, man. I might have an issue with those kind of boundaries, and I get a lot of slack for it. I get a lot of heat for it, and I do understand. I understand other people's perspective, but one of the reasons I'm like that is to prevent the side piece in the biscuit. That's one of my preventive measures, so I don't get all wrapped up. Because people are easily, to me, some people are like that. But anyway, so then I started doing some online searching to ask some questions and came up with the whys, like why people get a side piece or why people cheat or whatever. And this is not like 100% every time. Everybody has their reason. Nobody's exempt. You can have a perfect relationship, perfect whatever. Nobody's exempt. That's my philosophy. So don't feel like I'm talking about nobody. I'm not. I'm just talking in general. But the first one is whys. Whys. The whys. Why do y'all think? Why do y'all think? Don't go off those bullets either. Why do y'all think? Don't go off those bullets. Why do y'all think? For men, do the men perspective, because you can't say women's perspective. So do the men's perspective. Why men cheat or why men find that side piece? Because nowadays they'll let you do it. It's crazy out here.
Weak.
It's a week. Explain week.
7 days a week. I'm just saying, like, you have to have some kind of fortitude, some kind of mental toughness to battle all those things that will even make you think to go in that direction. So
to even think about it.
Yeah, to even think about it. Like, because once you plant that seed, then you allowing yourself to be manipulated by your emotions.
Okay. Okay. But why do you think other people may? What are other reasons on why? Outside of weak, you said weak. That's one.
Okay, well, that's one. Another, they thinking with their penis. They're
Thinking
thinking
with
with
the
the dick,
pay.
with the other head.
With the other.
They're thinking with the other head. That's another reason. I mean, and that is just a means of immediate gratification just because they can. Especially when you say you got, you know, people out here that's like open to that concept of I don't care who you with and what you're doing, they still wide open, like, you know, got the legs open like a V, both legs, you know, that's whatever you want to call it.
Both legs.
Alan, why do you think? Why do you think?
I mean, look, I think it's, two reasons. I mean, one is because they're cheaters,
Cheaters will cheat.
and the other is, some kind of unmet expectation. That they feel like they are getting something outside that they are not getting inside the relationship, and rather than discussing it, rather than dealing with that, they decide, you know what, I'm gonna go out here and dip my spoon in this other pudding over here.
The spoon.
All right.
Now, do you think the emotional affair is just as bad as a physical affair? Because that's the thing. That's the new. I guess it ain't new, but
It ain't new.
The emotional affair is just as bad as the physical affair, because most or some people say that women have more emotional affairs than men.
So I can't speak for them, however.com. The problem is you seeking things out, but you're seeking things out, but you're not communicating that with the one that you're with, your numero uno, your ace boom coon.
But what if they did? What if they said, I need XYZ? What if they communicate? Yeah, whatever it is, because everybody got something different, and we'll get into the different reasons here in a second. He say, it don't make sense. Okay, no, do the first one. All right. Some people say it's just the turn on. It's just the
thrill.
Yeah, just that excitement.
Thrill of doing something that you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, well, that's the forbidden. Is that one in that one? This ain't in that one. Yeah. It's just that.
So the question that you're asking, I can't answer for you. The why of. I'm listening.
What is in emotional affair? I think we need to.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm assuming.
Because
so you're in a relationship that's not physical. Is that what it is? It's emotional.
I guess. Like I said, I don't know what the definition is.
First of all, let's look up the definition, because you're not going to ask me a question and then not know the answer that we're looking for, because you don't even know.
No, because that's a why. It's just in here.
Let me
the whys. I don't know what all entails in an emotional.
Well, let's start.
Okay, so just like you. Okay, look, we're gonna look. Okay, go ahead.
Let's look it up first, because you know what.
Well, and this is the reason why I asked this question, because when you start talking about emotional affairs, would somebody going to a strip club be an example of an emotional affair, or
right, that ain't it.
would somebody looking at Cornhub be an emotional affair.
No, that don't count. I don't think that's the same thing as an emotional affair.
Are you taking pictures?
Oh,
No,
my
you got
bad. Wrong.
he just
right
holding the research device right in front of the camera over there. Man.
My podcast etiquette is trash. Let's
Dude
go.
was just like, hey, let me do some of this right here. Let me just like, man.
I did. All right. So with the emotional intelligence or emotional affair, an emotional affair occurs when someone invests a significant amount of energy, time, and emotional intimacy in someone who is not their spouse or partner. It might seem harmless at first, but they could lead to cheating in an end, and many experts believe having an emotional affair is a form of cheating. And it says usually the emotional affair is reciprocated, meaning not only is the one investing more of their emotions into a person outside of the marriage, but they're also receiving emotional companionship for the person they're having the emotional affair with. So it's a two-way street, it's saying. And then it gets into the different signs of such in regards of texting. Um, and then it just goes into detail. So that's I did not have an understanding of what it was or what it possibly could be, but now I do know. So thank you, Calvin, for helping me go do some research. Thank you for helping me be better. All right. So there you have it. So going based off of that, and of course there's other different meanings and definitions and perspectives of it. So that's just a base in what we can go from.
Okay. I like it.
So, no, could you repeat the question?
You were asking what is an emotional affair. I asked was there a difference, like one worse than the other? A physical affair, an emotional affair. One worse than the other. Because to me, okay, based on your definition you just gave, you said texting conversations outside of your spouse.
Yeah.
That's an affair.
Well, it also says emotional intimacy.
Okay. So okay. Yeah. Well, look, because I'm okay, and that's what, like you said, I don't understand why people do it. The emotional part for me is like, okay, what are you looking for in that other person emotionally? And like you said, it's something you're not getting from from your partner,
Right.
correct? So then,
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that they're getting or not getting from the partner. It's just that some people they just want to just do it. So I wouldn't even put it. I wouldn't even put it on the neglection of a partner. Some people they do what they will do, no matter what. Because then we go back to a person just doing it for the thrill of it. I got this perfect specimen at the crib, but I'm out here because this is what excites me. This is what I'm sorry. Hold on one second. But yeah, this is what excites me. So they do it just because they want to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
but you didn't say if it's better or worse.
It definitely didn't say if it's better or worse. So that's the question: is it better or worse, or is
it's the same?
The same.
I would agree that it's the same either way, physical or emotional or whatever the case is. All this it falls under the same umbrella.
It's all the same. Oh, you say it's all the same. So both of them grounds.
So then that brings up though does for there to be an emotional affair, does there have to be another person, or could it be a thing?
I would think it was only applied to a person, but
Because I mean, the
I
only reason
guess
I ask is there are people out there that feel like if their partner goes to the strip club, that's cheating.
that ain't cheating. Oh, that okay. To me, that is. But
everybody don't feel that way.
when I'm going to the strip club,
So I guess you need to talk to your partner.
I know.
Okay.
No, because again, to me, it's the same thing. You're looking for the same excitement. You're looking for that same excitement,
right? And you're looking for it outside the house.
But you got
right.
But that I guess the argument would be that it's just a form of entertainment, and I'm not really looking for nothing. It's just like somebody that's
then hey, that other person in text message could just be a form of entertainment.
All right, now for the disclaimers for the listeners, everybody has their own definition of what their standard of cheating is for all the listeners, people, because I know we just shot at a whole lot of people. No, I'm going to the strip club ain't cheating. Okay.
Some people don't feel that way, and then you got some that
I know.
And then
I
you
know.
have some that's in a relationship that the partners will go together.
We'll go with them.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just a matter of.
So what you're saying is communication is key.
And I told you before, like if you ain't talking and communicating in the house as far as what you like and what you want, then how the other person's supposed to know? And if they disagree with it, then that's on them. I don't know what to tell you.
Because they're supposed to be a psychic.
So
the word
if
psychic.
You tell them and you don't get what you're looking for, it don't matter. You're supposed to still be the same, right?
Well, if you're in a relationship, y'all should know each other, right? You should know.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, then
nope.
That's the problem.
Nope.
That's the problem.
I mean, there's a whole lot of people that don't.
What I like. Right, because there's no communication.
And that's on them.
Because that, to me, okay, the emotional part, if we communicating properly, we should already have that emotional connection. And you should be getting what you're supposed to be getting from me or from your spouse. You see what I'm saying? So you're not looking for that from somebody else. Now, I don't know how the strip club...
I'm just saying. I mean, I've seen it where people have been like,
we see it all the time. See it all the time.
I throw some ones. So I don't even know what we talking about here. Talking about practice? What are we doing? Talking about practice.
No.
So y'all ain't never thrown y'all never threw no ones.
Back in the day, but
no,
come on, man.
No, not at all. Well, but for me, it's mostly because it's not a thing. My problem is I ain't spending all this money
for nothing,
and you on nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole problem. So I get people that hey, you going in there and you a big tipper. You in there throwing nickels at people, but
take the ones that throw it at the house and go upstairs in the bedroom, huh?
Yeah, which I get. I fully get that. I understand, developing your appetite and then coming home or whatever.
In your home? No. I'm talking about in the house.
Oh, and you gotta have somebody that can dance. Better get you that pole. Buy you one of them Amazon specials, screw it into the ceiling and the floor.
Man.
And then,
I like it.
Just don't play the music from the Blue Oyster Bar, you be okay.
Yeah, right.
Like
So I mean,
all right. So moving on. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, then whether or not it is or ain't, it's really going to be dependent on your partner.
That's right. Now, if you out here and your girl say don't do it, but then you say I'm a man, I'm gonna still do it, then hey, there's nothing wrong or right with that. You just got to deal with that when you get back home.
What?
You got to deal with it when you get back home. I'm just saying.
No. Like I said, man. Yeah, it is how they operate, but it's got to be some. To me, it should be some standards. You should have some level of okay. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm not doing. And you got to communicate it. You got to communicate. This is what I need. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I would like. You can't fulfill that. We understand we got a problem right there.
Well, first of all, if you're tipping on the stripping, you might want to get that all out. Yeah, get that all out before you get into a relationship, because it might be a problem for you. But then again, it might not be. You might meet somebody that's into it, and then y'all get together and y'all do that. Y'all do that on the weekends, every other weekend, or once a month, or whatever the case is. So it just depends on who you with, my guy. I don't want to. I don't want to just say that stripping is bad for dudes, because women do it too. So I don't want to sit here.
Right, no, I always say it goes across the board. To me, it's across the board.
All right, get off the stripping stuff, man, because I got some singles up there that I ain't through yet.
You're moving on. Low self-worth, one of the other reasons. So we're going through the reasons on why people say they cheat or whatever.
Low
self-worth. Yeah, low self-worth.
I ain't got a problem with that. Well, yeah, sometimes I do when I get in my depressed stages, but still, that won't drive me to go out here and do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, but some people do it because they need that validation. They need that.
And I guess that's my.
Make me feel good.
Yeah, make me feel good. Make me feel good.
I'm gonna watch that anyway. So with that being said, I don't. The validation part, I can see that, but the self-worth, man, I don't even. How would somebody with low self-worth get out here and?
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Because some people feel like they need to be validated, so they feel like sex validates them.
Oh, what are you though?
Well, we don't know, but
okay.
That's a thing, and that's, like I said, those kind of issues need to be dealt with before you get in a relationship. Before you
that may be, but a lot of people aren't introspective enough to know that they have an issue. Because everybody, they're like, oh, I can control it. It's just like, from what I've read, at least, people that end up being alcoholics don't really feel like they're an alcoholic until somebody else is like, hey, you might got a problem.
Yeah, you drinking too much. Right.
And so they may not really realize that, oh, I got this issue. Because some of the stuff is issues that people can't see. And on the surface, at least, it doesn't seem to cause you any type of harm. Like if somebody's, I don't know, addicted to something that seems innocuous or something that doesn't affect it's like if it doesn't affect your health, your mental, on the surface, at least your mental health or your physical health, then most people think it's not a problem, but it still could be a problem.
Definitely.
Like, I mean, if you're addicted to strippers, then that, could be a problem, especially to your pocketbook or your wallet.
There's a song out that says "I fell in love with a stripper," so a lot of people sing that song.
What?
Yeah, they sing right along with all the clapping, I'm like, I don't know what a stripper. But before she was a bartender. But anyway, let's move on. So low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem. All right. Out of anger. Some people cheat out of anger or revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody cheated on them, so I'm going to cheat.
Or just
not
out of
even
anger
that.
Or revenge. Not even that.
It didn't say that. It could be you ain't mad. My eggs wasn't made right. Let me go out here and clap something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What you doing out
here? Hey.
I'm upset. I'm about to go to the strip club, toss these ones.
Yeah, these are reasons, different reasons. And like I said, or like Alan said, there are other issues at play that people don't evaluate. They don't look internally to say, okay, I'm having these issues, or I'm doing this because of this. I might have an anger problem, and that's why I'm doing this.
That's something I've never. That's that old 16 Grades of Shade, ain't it? Or Gray Shades?
No, 50 Shades of Gray. No, that's two different.
It's crazy.
That's anger management. That's anger management.
That's what you need, anger management. You don't need to cheat. You need to go to therapy.
But those are signs like hypersexual activity. That's a sign of depression too. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I was definitely on that back in the day. That was me.
And those are issues that
punish folks.
Those are issues that need to be dealt with.
Hurt people.
No.
Man.
No.
I said that was long
No.
long time ago.
No.
That was a long time ago. But I thank you for saying that because that just put some things in perspective. I was out here trying to hurt people. I had one said, "Did I do something to you?" You know, it was a problem. Did I cook your eggs wrong or something? Let's move on. No. Oh God, what's the next one? What's the next one, man? Come on, straight up. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. She looked afraid.
I don't.
Let's move on, man. What's the next topic? So, out of anger, communicate. What is it? Commitment issues. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So,
I don't think that's what the actual definition of that is, sir.
what's that? Commitment issues?
No,
Oh,
your description of hypersexual, I don't think is accurate.
No, I'm saying like
Jeez.
I don't know what I was saying no more. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
But he
That when you
mentioned
get
something.
old.
He mentioned something about people being depressed and going out here, and that was
hypersexual activity. But that,
Yeah.
he said depression could lead to hypersexual activity. And,
Yeah, I was depressed,
that's not what hypersexual activity is, though.
and that drove me to the hypersexual tension, whatever y'all call it.
No, we said we went from that to you went to having sex and hurting people, hurt people.
No. I'm just saying because I was in a depressed stage, so I was out here trying to validate myself by doing things, and yeah, let's move on.
That's what he said. I wish we could record. I wish we could rewind.
You can play it back later.
I wish you could play that back. He said, "Hurt people." So she's looking at me like,
do I owe you money?
I just don't.
What's wrong with him?
Hey, that was before. I don't do that.
What are you doing?
For the record, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more.
What are you doing?
I'm a changed man. God's still working on me.
What are you doing?
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hold
man.
on.
Wrong.
Go to the next one.
You go to the next one. It's your show.
So another one, it says we're going to get into a commitment issue. Now, I don't know why you in a relationship, period, when you in a relationship anyway. Like, why are you even going? You're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself.
I mean, but it goes back to now I would say I don't know, but to me it goes back to did you have this conversation at all? If you knew that this is who you are, did you have this conversation? Some people just shouldn't be dating. I mean, that's just the truth. Or that's all they should do is, my thing is just let your intent, if the only reason you here is for one thing and you going to ultimately seek to step out of the bounds of the relationship, then maybe you should just find people that's what they're about.
Right, but if you, to me, if you in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, you're in a solid relationship.
Why do you even start? That's my question.
Huh?
I'm saying, like, if you know,
some people don't know how to be alone, man.
Jeez, man.
No, and that's the thing. But like I said, once you're in a relationship, nobody's exempt from feeling what they feel and having like these whys or whatever. Those are their issues. So my thing, if you want to go out the relationship, just go out the relationship. Just go leave the relationship.
Leave.
That's what I'm saying. If it's that big of a deal, and you feel like you have to consistently do these things,
Right.
then just leave. Just leave. I'm always give people a space for mistakes and things like that. Yeah, that's okay. And you got to work those out with your partner. You have to communicate with your partner to actually deal with the situation. But you can prevent most of the time. You can prevent it. You could. To me. So, all right.
But you gotta want to prevent it.
Yeah. But this one is a big one to me. Feeling neglected or feeling unappreciated. That's a thing in a lot of relationships. There's majority of the time there's one person giving more than the other person's reciprocating. So then you have that feeling of neglect. So then once some other person, it's like the perfect storm, some other person show up and they're giving you those validations or whatever you need or whatever you've been asking for from your partner, and this other person gives it. That then it becomes the challenge of, like you said, the emotional affair that turns into the physical affair, because it's a thing. Nobody's exempt. Everybody has to deal with that in some form or fashion. You're in a relationship with somebody and they're telling you, hey, I need this. I want this. I would like this from you. Whether it's validation, emotional touch, quality time, whatever it is, I want you to do these things for me as a service. And you're not providing them the way they want you to after they communicated it. That leaves that space for feeling neglect. So then you get the other person to show up to say, okay, I'm doing these things anyway. Then you got that perfect storm of, this is a possibility now. I always say nobody's exempt. Everybody will go through it in some form or fashion in their relationship. If you spend any amount of time in any relationship, those are the challenges. But like you said, Zoe, you have to kind of be strong in your space and say, all right, I can't go but so far with this. Or cut it off or whatever it needs to be done. So that's always the challenge in a relationship, and that goes across the board.
Nope.
Nope. What?
I don't agree.
You don't agree with what?
I wish somebody would say, I don't. Twine, you don't love me like you used to. All right. And you go out and then you decide that, okay, you want to go out and do something because I can't give you what you're asking for, because you got some people out here that are like super needy. So you're asking for things that are unreasonable, one.
But what if it's not unreasonable to them?
Definitely not unreasonable to them because they made the request.
Because they asking for it. They making the request.
Okay. Go out there and find it. See what happens.
No, okay. All right. All I'm saying is everybody has to go through those situations in their relationship, and you have to communicate to prevent.
It sure is cold outside. It's cold out there in the streets. I don't know personally, but I heard some things.
Okay.
All right. Next.
Okay.
I mean,
next. All right.
I'm just being honest.
Addiction. That's a broad addiction.
You talking about them nymphos?
No. And this don't have to do with sex. It just has to do with addiction.
Drugs?
Anything. Gambling. I know some people addicted to gambling. And it's causing problems in their relationship.
Really?
Addicted to shopping. Addicted to alcohol. Addicted to sex. Addicted to the what do you say? Corn hub.
Corn hub.
Addicted to all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And those are issues that make people go outside of their relationship. People should be aware of. Again, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not aware of their addictions, you might need to work on.
Might need to become aware.
You might need to become aware before it causes a major problem.
Because there's always going to be some kind of sign that.
Yeah, they're addicted to it.
Right.
And some people just ignore it. Some people ignore it. All right, we gotta wrap this one up.
But we
And
didn't
so-
even get to none of your stats.
No, we ain't get none of these stats. Hit the stats right quick. And
You got it. Hit the stats.
It's the stats.
Like you talking about hit the stats right quick. Like
Yeah,
you put the
look,
stats in here.
Yeah. All right, so 3% marry their lovers that had the affair with. Only 3%. So if you got
I know somebody.
you got a side piece and a biscuit.
Shout out to Lactavius.
Let that biscuit know only 3% of y'all make it to become that spouse.
Lactavius.
Let's go.
All right. So 50 to 60% of married men engage in extramarital acts at some time during their relationship. These are just
that's
stats.
really high.
Yeah, 50 to 60%. That just is what it is. Yeah, that's the stat. That's the thing.
I'm going with it. I was going to ask you where you got your resources from, but I'll do that later. I'll talk to you offline about that. Come on.
I put the website back up. All right, so 80%
of the people,
yeah, become addicted to online affairs, which that's boggling my mind. But
Well, because they're getting something like we said before, they're getting something from this that they're not getting somewhere else.
right.
It's the same reason why because I was watching something yesterday about how now these the scammers are using a tactic that's being called
Thank
pig
you.
butchering.
thank you.
To get money from these people. They really are. They do, like, they got whole. And the crazy thing is, some of the people that are doing the scamming are being scammed themselves into doing the scamming. Like they thought it was a job interview. They showed up somewhere, because in and around, we travel state to state, but a lot of people end up traveling country to country because everywhere else countries are so close together. And so they might travel from one country to another for a job, come to find out now they're a slave, and they can't leave until they not getting paid to do the job. So that definitely makes them a slave. But their whole job is to scam you and to sit there for 16 hours a day and build relationships online with people. And at some point ask you for some money, either directly or indirectly by saying, hey, I've done really well in some investments. You should invest. Here's a website that you don't even have to give me the money. You go into this website, looks mad legit, but the website is owned by some criminal syndicate, and it's happening. I was watching the story, and people had lost $300,000, $2 million.
I did see something. Some kind
Giving
of,
them, and so that's
documentary.
because people do feel neglected out here. It's real easy to get got. Well, that's the whole phrase. It's real easy to get got.
One guy was telling me that he was on an online relationship and he ended up sending some lewd pictures, and they was like, "Yo, if you don't send me some money, I'm gonna send this to your girlfriend or your spouse or your grandma or some stuff like that." So they scamming out here heavy. Let's move on.
That's why,
25% of
once
affairs-
again, people, if you're sending nudes, don't have your face in it anyway. Whatever.
25% of affairs last less than a week.
So it was pointless. You just got your nut. And
So what?
then,
You got your toe wet, and then you was like, you know what? I shouldn't have been doing this. My bad.
It's a stat. Yep. 98% of men have frequent fantasies about someone other than their partner, and it's just not men. 80% of women do it too.
Animals?
No, man, whatever it is.
Okay.
65% of affairs end within the first 6 months.
Did you already read that 80%? 80% of the women do it too. All right.
Yes, he just said that.
Yeah,
Where was you at?
You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you're trying to slide that one into him. Man.
Well, because I think it was part of that. I think it was a part of 98.
It was a second.
For whatever reason, he made it a separate bullet point.
Yeah. And then 57% of people have used the internet to flirt. Yeah, obviously. And this
people be sliding them DMs, man.
Them DMs.
That
going down
some people
in
feel
the
like hitting
DM.
that like button is flirting with you. All right.
Or you hit the like button on somebody else. And,
that's why I'm real careful. I'm real careful not to be
like
liking people's stuff. But it's not even because she'll care is because they might feel like I'm like, no. You was sitting here with a Bentley Arnage. You thought I wasn't gonna like the car? Like, I don't understand what you're doing.
Okay.
But they, that's why. Hey, so if you wondering why I ain't like any of your pictures, that's why. Because y'all crazy.
75% of divorces in which cheating is a factor. Yes, that's hard. That's hard not.
And the other percentage is the in relationships where somebody say they want something, but the other person can't give it to them, so then they leave. That's the other 25%.
I'm not.
Hey guys, I'm just joking.
I'm not doing this.
Made Up Stats brought to you by Twine Time.
You know what? No, I ain't gonna do it. Let's go.
All right, that's it. We're wrapping up. That's time.
Closing thoughts. Rap, cue the music. Give me the music.
Closing thoughts. In a relationship, do what you can to protect your relationship.
Right.
Good communication. Always try to be there for one another. Reciprocate as much as possible. Validate. And hope for the best, man. Nobody's perfect. Give space for forgiveness. And good luck. No, man, I say it like that because nobody's exempt. Everybody goes through these same challenges. So, realistically speaking,
okay.
No, realistically, I mean, do your part. You make sure you do your part, and that way, if the other person doesn't hold up on their end, give them space for forgiveness, give space for mistakes, and then keep it moving. Because these streets is mean out here.
That's what I hear.
It did say things about people having thoughts of it. So, I don't know if having thoughts of it is considered cheating. I don't know if that's considered something. However.com, your actions upon that will affect you, and it's cold out in these streets, man. So you better choose wisely in your decisions. That's all I got.
Hey, at the end of the day, whether or not it's cheating or not, really going to depend on you and that person that you're with. Because what one person may deem as cheating, another person might be like, "Oh, I didn't even know you like that." Me too. Mm-hmm. So,
emotional affairs are cheating.
What? Oh, emotional affairs are cheating. Oh, okay. So, it's just one of those things that you need to be aware of while you out here doing whatever you do and living this life. Is you need to know what your partner considers cheating, and don't do none of those things.
Emotional affairs is crazy to me. You soft. Anyway, let's move on, man.
Man, you got.
It happened to one of these Christian rappers out here. The Ambassador had an emotional affair.
No, it was the Truth.
No, the Truth had an actual affair. Ambassador had an emotional affair. The Truth was out here dipping his toe in Ty Tribbett's wife.
Look, see. Oh yeah, that's old.
It's old.
Ago.
I don't know.
That's the point. But that was all right. We'll pick up on that on the next one, and then we'll roll from there because that go in that coworker.
All right. Well, we're gonna see y'all next of the week.
Hey.